Welcome back, beer tubers. This is Fuzz Beer Reviews. Today I have a very special but not as often guest, Maxwell Starr, right here with me. He'll be here to help me on this channel, on my channel, to review El Generico from Trailway. This is a raspberry sour ale. It's 4.5 alcohol. You know what? I talk too much already. Nick, Maxwell, take it away. I mean, I don't want to overshadow you. You're my special guest today. I don't want to overshadow you on this on my channel. I just want to make sure that you get some words in edgewise too.
Thanks, Redbeard. Talk too much. At least you admit it. Anyway. All right. So we're going to take a look at Trailway's El Generico. El Generico has existed from Trailway for, I think, like 4 years now. Yeah. The first time I ever remember having it was in May of 2017. It was actually brought some up to the Albino Rhino Beer Fest that year. It was the year that the year of Chad's sealing knife. We'll put it that way. Everybody who knows, who's watching, who may be watching this will probably remember that. I don't need to say any more about that. Anyway, but yeah, like this started off as their kettle sour. It has been modified into several different fruit flavored recipes over the last while. I've had the original. I've had the rhubarb and blackberry, which I think I remember being pretty good. And this one here is their latest iteration, which is raspberry orange sour ale. So it weighs in at 4.5% ABV, and it's of course covered in lucha libre masks.
That's why I picked it for my channel. You know, my past wrestling experience. This is why my channel picks it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking it was more like Lee Russell of High Tide and Vibe, probably, because he's actually showed up on Beer Analysis and everything wearing a lucha libre mask. So.
Oh, that's a thing. Oh, I can get some lucha. I can get some lucha masks. I have connections.
All right, do it.
If Lee wants more lucha masks, let me know. I can hook him up.
Anyway, so the ingredients on this thing are malted barley, wheat, oats, hops, yeast, raspberry, orange, lactobacillus, and water. All right, ready? Ready. You should be the one saying ready. It's your channel, isn't it?
It is my channel.
Ooh, right in my Trailway glass. Right? The proper glassware. Ooh, I like the color on it.
Yep.
A nice,
it's very big. It's almost like a lemonade.
Make sure I get a nice photo here.
You can really smell the raspberry off this. It's really strong raspberry. I've had this before. So you can really, the orange not so much, but the raspberry you can really smell on the original pour. Very strong on the raspberry.
Get that nice sweet.
Yep.
Raspberry. Yeah, it's kind of like an actually like the flesh of a raspberry. It's not so much tannic. It's just got this nice raspberry smell.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm also getting kind of like an orange peel.
Yeah, well, it is a raspberry
orange zest. Orange zest.
It is a raspberry orange, so I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're calling it raspberry orange, but I'm getting that little hook of this orange peel, orange zest kind of coming off of it. It kind of reminds me of there's some kind of bread or something like around Christmas time, or I forget what it is. I can't think of it right now, but it was made with orange zest. Somebody just got a penalty for that.
Sorry.
Damn it, Josh Anderson. Anyway, pay attention.
Pay attention. That's right.
I know it smells nice. It's slightly sweet. It's got these nice fruit flavors. It's got the raspberry. It's got the orange. What more can you ask for? You're getting exactly what you're paid for.
Yep.
Through the aroma. And that's what it is. Let's talk about that appearance, though. Look at that turbid that is. It's got a nice, gentle amount of head. You can see some carbonation coming up through there, but it's got this nice, milky, murky body on it, which looks like a very, very, very inviting sour.
It's almost like a raspberry puree.
Anyway, down the hatch.
Down the hatch, sir.
Jaws. Ooh. That is very tart.
It is tart. but not really, like, not sour, not really sour. But I mean, like a raspberry, say a raspberry pie. If you have a raspberry pie can be a little tart if you don't add enough sugar in it.
Yeah,
right?
It's lots of tannic raspberry with not much sugar to back it up.
Right. So this is what I say reduced sugar raspberry pie tastes like.
I'm also getting lots of like the orange, the orange portion of the orange that's there. It's also the very tart, like not very sweet orange. It's like, but it is like a crisp, fresh orange kind of thing going on.
Yeah, like almost like the rind almost of an orange.
Yeah, there's definitely not low acid. The only thing downside I can say to this is that it almost comes across as me a little too tart.
Oh, really?
But maybe that's just me. It sounds like it is just me.
I like I said, I've had it before. I've enjoyed it before. I'm enjoying it now. It's a good. I don't know. I think this is something that you can have in the summertime. It's a shame that we're having it at the wintertime, but I think it's something that you can have at the summertime and enjoy at the beach. You have a couple of these. They're 4.5%, so you're not going to get too hammed on them. But you have a couple.
They're good. They're sessionable. I think the mix of like raspberry, which is already pretty tart, the particular kind of orange they use, which is very tart, and the bitter on top of a already tart beer kind of makes it just puckering to me.
I don't see that at all. I'm going to actually disagree with you on this one.
But I will. Yeah, well, let me finish here, Redbeard. Yeah. Actually, Redbeard. You know what? Redbeard would really love this because he loves his sours, but more so than me. Yeah, I know.
In like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's terrible. Stop not disrespecting me. Stop mistaking me for someone else. Go ahead.
All right.
I don't want to overtalk you on my channel, but you know.
Was that? Anyway, yeah. So that I don't know. I like it. I don't think it's like so tart that it's like it's unpalatable. I may be making it sound worse than it actually is. If you really love your sours, you're going to really like this because this is actually a pretty darn well-made sour. I will give it that. I just feel like, to me, my palate, I just feel like it's maybe a little much. But at the same time, anybody who loves their sours, like actually loves their sours, is going to love this. I just feel like it's a little too tart for anybody who wants something more accessible in the sour department. Like, I forget what it was, but there was a sour I had more recently. I just feel like a Berliner Weiss isn't quite as tart as this or something. Anyway, long story short, I think this is quite good.
Yeah, so I will. Talking? Yeah,
Go for it.
Okay. I will disagree with you on your sour, your too sour statement. I think it's right there in the sweet spot of sour. Not too sour. I've had really sour beers, and not like too light on it. So I think it's right in that sweet spot of sour. I mentioned before it's a low sugar raspberry pie kind of deal. I would have one of these, and it goes down easy.
You're having one of these.
I am having one of these, but I'd have one outside in the real world, not on this YouTube video kind of thing. Anyway, it's just the right amount of tart. You can have that ting of orange peel on it. Really strong on the raspberry department. Goes down smooth. I don't know if I can tell you anything else. So while we're on my channel, why don't I let my guest go first, and you can give your score.
Right. I like that. Again, like I said, it's not so much that I'm not crazy with sours. I just feel like this one, like some of the sours can be a little much. It's definitely not as bad as the one I had up in Ontario from Double Trouble. That was just like peel the inner lining of your mouth off with sour. But this one here, I like. It's just, I don't know if I gravitate to drinking this one again. and wouldn't be in as much of a hurry to do so. But I get, like, if somebody really likes their sours, this is going to be ideal for you. So I will recommend it with those reasons. I usually give my beers a rating, just a simple out of 5 rating for my personal preference on this channel. So, I mean, for me, it's a 3.5 out of 5. But if I were rated on its style, it's definitely like a 4.5. So, because for the sour style, damn good.
I'm going to cut that right in the middle. I'm going to give it a solid 4.
Mm-hmm.
I quite enjoy it. I mean, I'm not a big sour guy. I'm a person that likes more malty lagers. You know, I've been upgraded from lager boy to lager man, as you know. So I would say those are a little bit more in my wheelhouse. Not so much sours or IPAs or anything like that. So giving it a 4, I think, is a very solid mark for me, and something that I could enjoy on a beach somewhere.
Nice. All right. Yeah. And yeah, it's just something good. If you see it on tap somewhere and you want to try it, it's obviously pretty good. And I look forward to trying other variations of El Generico. And I got to say, I love the can. That's one of my favorite Trailway cans. I don't buy the beer so often, but the can is awesome.
So did you know there's a guy, speaking of the El Generico, there's a wrestler that was named El Generico. His name...
That's probably where this comes from.
His name is Sami Zayn. In WWE, his name is Sami Zayn. He was El Generico, and he's from Montreal, Quebec.
Nice.
And he was not a lucha. He was just but he's a Israeli Canadian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
he was obviously a wrestler, but I'm just wondering why the lucha. I think they call it something like a Mexican.
No, but so
I don't know. You think they use the lucha masks on a beer that's like Mexican cerveza kind of themed or something?
Right, but here's the thing: if you think wrestling, do you think lucha mask?
Mexican wrestling, yeah.
Wrestling though, but I mean, what other options would you put on the can?
Yeah. Well, anyway, what I'm trying to say is, you know what would be a pretty good version of this? Something like lime related.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Lime El Generico. So Trailway, if you're watching, try some limes with this. That'd be pretty good. Anyway, we're going to take this one offline. I want to thank everybody for watching, and thank you, Fuzz, for hosting tonight.
You're welcome.
And thank you especially to Trailway for brewing this beer.
Cheers.
Cheers. Enos.